Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a white chicken, let me see if I can say it right, Crockpot white lasagna. That's what I was trying to say. So it's a chicken lasagna, but we're going to do it with Alfredo sauce. And we're going to do it with the Crockpot. So you need to follow me on this journey. Hopefully I won't screw it up, because I always do. You need to have you 2.5 cups of cooked chicken, set aside and ready to go in this. It can be leftovers, it can be some you just cooked just for this recipe, or it could be rotisserie. Does not matter. Doesn't matter if it's chicken breast, doesn't matter. I did chicken breast, but I had some I needed to get rid of, so it was just perfect for that. In a bowl, now we got a little bit of prep work before we actually put it in the crock pot. So in a bowl, you're going to combine 2 cups of Italian style cheese. And they do have this blend in the store. So, and this is 2 cups worth. I'm doing pre-shredded just to help me save time. Italian style is a blend of mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, romano, fontina, and Asiago cheese. So if you have all those and you'd rather combine those like that, then you feel free to do that. And then we're going to combine our cottage cheese with it. You can do ricotta, but I have a little bit of, sorry y'all, a little bit of cottage cheese. I'd rather use that. I just like it better. To me, it's the same, except for the texture. It's a little bit different. So, if I can get this open, that's what I'm going to do. You're only going to need about, I think it's just 15 ounces, yeah. So, combine this with this. Alright, that's not quite 15. I'm just trying to use that up. So it's basically a smaller container of cottage cheese if you're going to use that. Okay. I'm trying to wipe my hands. Sorry about that, y'all. Alright, so we got this little mixture that we need to combine. And you're just going to stir this together. It is going to be thick. So if you're sitting there going, wait a minute, what? It doesn't look right. It's supposed to look this way. So, hopefully I added enough cottage cheese. I think I may do just one more little scoop. Just don't be like me and try to use part of another container. That's where I went wrong, but I had to get rid of that first. You know how it is. Okay, so mix all this. Alright, we're going to set this aside. We have another bowl that we need to get out because we got to do another mixture before we start our layers. Okay, so your next mixture is going to be 2 jars of Alfredo sauce. And for stuff like this, you could use the more expensive, but I just got the $3 a jar stuff. This is Bertolli, so we're just using that because it's just cheaper. And I'm going to need about 1/2 cup of water as well. And I think this is where we're going to add our seasonings. Yes. Okay. Let me grab some utensils first. Make sure we got everything. Alright. So, I'm going to need 2 jars of Alfredo. And this is actually, to me, a little bit easier than just the regular red sauce lasagna, because that I have to simmer my sauce, cook the meat, hamburger meat, drain the meat, you know, all this stuff. So this is a little bit easier. Takes just a little bit of the prep work out. And no, I'm not going to count this towards the water part of this. So we got to add about 1/2 cup of water. Just trying to get these cleaned out just a little bit. And then I'm cleaning up as I go. Because why? Because I make a mess. That's why. Okay. So this is going to have both jars of your Alfredo. We're going to do 1/2 cup of water. Let me see if I'm going to measure for that. 1/2 cup of water. Okay. And it's also going to have your Italian seasoning and your garlic. You can use fresh garlic or minced fresh garlic, but I'm going to just use powder. And I'm going to need about a teaspoon of this and a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I got them both right here. Alrighty. And a spoon. It's not a very pretty mixture, but hopefully the Crockpot is going to bring everything together. I am going to use oven-ready lasagna noodles. You don't have to, but I was a little bit concerned that they may not cook properly. Oops, making a mess like always. So I decided, you know what? We'll just splurge, and I'll pay a couple dollars extra for the oven-ready. Okay, I think we're ready for assembly. All right, let's move the Crockpot and get it ready. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I'm not good at this. I don't know why I can't do it right. I get so mixed up and don't know what I'm doing half the time. So we're going to see if we can spread these out. So you're going to have to probably break them where they fit. I'm not going to be perfect about it. I'm just going to make it work. Okay, so I put just a little bit of sauce in the bottom to prevent the noodles from sticking. My first layer is going to be noodles, and then, or pasta. And then we're going to do chicken. And I don't have much chicken. I am aware of that. So chicken, cheese mixture, I hope I'm doing it right. Y'all are watching firsthand me go, and even though I practice, it doesn't help. I still screw up. I can do some of the hardest recipes or anything difficult, but for some reason this lasagna always messes me up. Always. Okay. So we did lasagna, noodles, we did the lasagna, we did the chicken, we did the cheese. And then I'm going to do some Alfredo. And I got my ladle out, that way it'll be a little bit easier for me. Okay, then I'm going to go back with my noodles again. And I think this one's pretty much one I can actually count on working for me, if that makes sense, because the mozzarella cheese will be the final thing. I just need to make sure that my final layering ingredient is not the cheese mixture. Does that make sense? And that's the part I always mess up. I'm going to put just a little bit, another noodle right here. Just to kind of, I wonder if we can try to do it this way. Okay, probably way too much, but, and then our chicken. I'm trying to get this right. Now, you're supposed to use a third every single time. It probably would have helped if I had more chicken, but it is what it is. And hopefully this will kind of help. Because what I do is I panic. I get to the end and then I just throw it all in because I just don't know what to do. Alright, so pasta, chicken, cheese, sauce, I think. See, I already don't know what I'm doing. Alright, most important thing, make sure that your noodles are covered with the sauce, which is one of the main reasons why I got the oven ready, just to help, you know, keep me going on that. Okay, so next thing, get some more noodles in. Pasta, noodles, lasagna, whatever. And break them. I think I can put a solid one there. Break. Break. And it's everywhere. So, noodles, chicken. So this will be the last of that. A little bit I have. The last of the cheese. I think I actually did it right this time. Yay! I get all this out because it's not very much, is it? So, which I may have done too many layers. You can always do less. Sauce. So usually what I do is I try to go around to the pasta first that's not covered and focus on that first. I can get my spatula. Work on that. Yeah, if anything, I would have used an extra jar of sauce. Okay, so last thing we need to do, go ahead and top with your 2 cups of mozzarella. And then I'll try to get everything with the cheese, hoping that it'll cover it. Now you can put some basil in this, or you can put some parsley, dried basil, whatever. That's up to you. Okay. I actually did it this time. I think I may have got it, y'all. Don't ever ask me to do it again because I probably won't. I'm sure I'll screw up. You're going to cover and cook this on low for 2.5 to 3 hours. So keep checking at the 2.5 hour mark to make sure that the edges on your lasagna noodles are not too dry, burnt, or anything like that. It's best just to start checking it after 2.5 hours. But hopefully I'll be back here in a little while and be able to show you mission accomplished on this. Okay? I'll be right back in a little while. Okay, y'all, this is the finished product. It did really, really well. I'm really proud of it. I think if I could change anything, I would probably add a little bit more chicken this time, or next time, sorry. Just because I want it just a teeny bit meatier, but I think it's still going to be good. It doesn't matter. Lasagna's a lasagna, and it's all good. But really easy, simple. I did have to buy a couple of things I typically don't buy, like the Italian style cheese, the cottage cheese, and the mozzarella. You know, I had to buy it special for the recipe, but I don't really keep that on hand. So other than that, it did great. If I were y'all, I would still go with the oven ready lasagna noodles, but I'm sure you could get by with the other. It may still be just a little bit too al dente. Too al dente, you know, there's a little line there that you have to kind of not cross, you know, the al dente part. You don't want it too al dente, but you also don't want it too mushy. So these noodles did great. It was only like $3 for a box. It was just the generic. So it did fantastic. We will definitely try to make this again. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to work on a slow cooker recipe. This recipe is going to be super simple, but it's kind of got 2 steps involved with it, maybe 3, depending on how you look at it. 2 whole raw chicken breasts in your crock pot, 28 ounces of enchilada sauce. I'm using green, but you can use red. And 1 packet of taco seasoning. And you're going to cook this on low for about 4 hours. Then I'm going to take the chicken out, shred it, put it back. And then we have another little thing that we got to do at the end. I'm going to stir this just a little bit. We'll have to add our tortillas and our cheddar. And that's about it. It's pretty simple, but it just has a couple steps to it. So what we're going to do today is try this out and see how this is and see if it's a keeper. Chicken enchilada casserole. Okay. Alright. I'm going to check on this the next the next few hours and make sure everything's still good. But that's it. I'll see you back here in 4 hours for the next step. Hey y'all. Okay, so this is the finished product. And it did perfect. But I went ahead and stirred the cheese up in there. And I'm going to put just a little bit of cheese on top. A little bit of cheese on top. And I chopped up some tomatoes, so I'm going to add some sour cream, green onions, and sliced black olives would be perfect on this. And here's my tomatoes. So it turned out perfect. I think I'm going to take some and put it on some cottage cheese because that would make a really yummy cottage cheese bowl. But you can also put it on top of rice. That would be really good too. Okay? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.